ಲಾಗಿನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರ ಅವರು.
ಸರ್ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ?
ಕೇಳಿಸಿದೆ ಮೇಡಮ್. ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್ನ ಲಾಗಿನ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಸರ್ ಗುಡ್ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್.
ಗುಡ್ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಶಶಿಕಲಾ ಮೇಡಮ್.
ಗುಡ್ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಸರ್.
ಸರ್ ಇನ್ನೂ ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ.
ಮಾಡಿ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ನಿಧಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ DNG.
ನಾನು ನಮ್ಮ ಸರ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ ಸರ್.
ನಿಧಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಆತ್ರೆ ಬೀಳ್ಬೇಡಿ DNG ಅವರೇ.
ಬಾ ನೀವು ಹೇಳೋದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅವ್ರ ನೇಮ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಬಂದಿರ್ತಾರ, ನಾವು ನೋಡಿ. ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಸರ್ ಬಂದಿರೋ ಕೊಡಿ.
ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಮಾಡಿ ಬಂದಿರ. ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಯಾರಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ?
ಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಡಿ, ಸಿಗ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ. ಯಾರು ಬರ್ತಾರೋ ಕೊಡಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ HOD ಕೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕೇಳಿ. ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್ ಬಂದ್ರಾ?
ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್ ಇನ್ನು ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್.
ಶಶಿಕಲಾ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಅವರೇ, ಸಾಕಾದಾಗ ಮೇಕಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ.
ಪಟ್ಟಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ ನೋಡ್ದೆ. ಬಂದ್ರ ಸರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ?
ಇನ್ನು ಯಾರನ್ನ ಅಡ್ಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಮೇಡಮ್.
ಸರ್ ಇದು ಸ್ಟಾಫ್ ಸರ್, ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟಿ ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರಾ?
ಅದೇ ಯಾರ ನೇಮು ಕಾಣ್ತಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಅಡ್ಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ.
ಎಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ? ಇವಾಗ 10 o'clock ಸರ್ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ.
ಕಳ್ಸಿದಾರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಳ್ಸಿದಾರೆ.
ಅಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕಳ್ಸಂಗ?
ಇಲ್ಲ ಕಳ್ಸಿದಾರೆ, ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಕಳ್ಸಿದಾರೆ. ಬಟ್ ನಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಡ್ಮಿಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು. ದೇವರಾಜ್ ಸಿ. ಸರ್ ಅವ್ರಿಂದ ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್ ಇವರು
ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟಿ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ.
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾರನ್ನೂ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಇನ್ನು ಅಡ್ಮಿಟ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ. ಬಟ್ ನಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಡ್ಮಿಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು.
ನೀವು ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರಿ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಾಲ್ ಸರ್ ಅವ್ರು ಯಾವಾಗ ಮೊದಲೇ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು.
ಹೌದಾ ಸರ್?
ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅಡ್ಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ.
ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟಿ ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಯಾರು ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್.
ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಿ.
ಇನ್ನು ಅಡ್ಮಿಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಯಾರಿಗೂ. ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಬರ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಸರ್. ಅವ್ರಿಂದ ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್
ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟಿ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ.
ಹಂಗೋಗೆ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅಪ್ಪ ಕಿತ್ತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿದೆ ಲಾಗಿನ್ ಬಿಟ್ಕೋಸೊಂಡೆ ಕುಳ್ಳ ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಇವಾಗ ಒಂದು 10 ನಿಮಿಷ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಬಿಟ್ಟು ಆಗಲ್ಲ.
ಸುಧೀಂದ್ರ ಸರ್ ಬಂದ್ರು.
ಮುಂದೆ ಮಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗುತ್ತಿದ್ದಣ್ಣ. ಹಿಂದಡೆ ಎಲ್ಲ
ನೋಡ್ರೆ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಡಿಎಸ್ಜಿ
ಸರ್
ಡಿಎಸ್ಜಿ ಸರ್ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆದ್ರು.
ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಟ್ಟೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಅಡ್ಮಿಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟೆ ಈಗ. ಬಟ್ ಸರ್ನ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ.
ಮಾಡಿ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬೆನ್ಸ್ ಯಾರ್ದೋ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ.
ಇವ್ರು ಗೌಡ್ರ ಮನೆ ಸರ್. ಇಲ್ಲೇನು ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಗೌಡ್ರೆ ಬರ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೊಡ್ಲಾ ಸರ್? ಅಡ್ಮಿಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಡ್ಲಾ ಸರ್?
ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟಿ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರ್ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ನೋಡಿ.
ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಸರ್, ಬಟ್ ಯಾರು ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟಿ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಬರ್ಬೋದೇನೋ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ. ವೇಟಿಂಗ್ ರೂಮ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಜನ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀ ನೇಮ್ ಕಾಣಿಸೋದು ಸರ್, ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟಿ ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಗೌಡ್ರೆ
ಓಕೆ, ಅಡ್ಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಡಿಎಸ್ಜಿ.
ಓಕೆ ಸರ್.
ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಡ್ಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ.
ಓಕೆ ಸರ್. ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇವ್ರು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಸರ್, ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು, ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ. ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್
ಮಾಡಿ.
ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಗೌಡ್ರನ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
ಹೇಳಿ
ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಗೌಡ್ರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂತು ಸರ್.
ಬಂತಾ?
ಈಗ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆ ಸರ್.
ಹಾಗೆ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಲಿಂಕ್
ಇದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಗೌಡ್ರು ಕಳಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ಸರ್. ಅಡ್ಮಿಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಕೊಡ್ಲಾ ಸರ್ ಈಗ? ಸರ್ ಗುಡ್ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್. ಅಡ್ಮಿಟ್ ಆಲ್. ಓಕೆ,
ಗುಡ್ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್. ಹಲೋ ಸರ್,
ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡಿ ಸರ್. ಅನ್ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ.
ನಮಸ್ತೆ
ಸರ್. ಗುಡ್ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಸರ್. ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಸರ್.
ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಸರ್.
Sir, shall I start?
ಬರ್ಲಿ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಇನ್ನು 64 ಇದೆ.
ವೇಟ್ ಮೇಡಮ್.
Okay, sir.
ವೇಟ್ ಮೇಡಮ್. ವೇಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಮಿನಿಟ್. ಡಿಎಸ್ಜಿ
ಸರ್.
ಹಾಗೇನೆ ಈ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ
ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ.
ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಓಕೆ. ಹಲೋ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಶಶಿಕಲಾ ಮೇಡಮ್. ಹಲೋ ಶಶಿಕಲಾ ಮೇಡಮ್.
Sir.
ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮೇಡಮ್.
A very good morning to all. Honorable Chief Guest, respected Principal, HODs, faculty members, and dear students. All of you are warmly welcomed at 8th day of Student Induction Program, Phase 2, and also to a valedictory function. It is an immense pleasure for me to introduce today's chief guest and also the speaker to the gathering. Sudhindra Haldorderi sir is currently a consultant for L&T Technologies Services in its Aero Business Group. And prior to this, he was a consultant to Quest Global Engineering for its Rolls-Royce Offshore Development Center at Bengaluru. He started his engineering career at the prestigious DRDO as a scientist and served for 22 years. For a brief period, he was a deputy general manager at HAL's design department. During this period of 24 years, he served in the field of aircraft propulsion and fuel system. He was responsible for the design, development, integration, and flight testing of critical mechanical systems of light combat aircraft and intermediate jet trainer aircraft. He has also taught aerospace engineering students at private and deemed universities for 7 years. A graduate of mechanical engineering from UVCE and an MTech in turbo machines from IIT Madras, Chennai, Shri Sudhindra sir had a brief research stint of 2 years at the Department of Aerospace Engineering, Indian Institute of Science. Shri Sudhindra sir has several technical reports on the service issues of aircraft and helicopters operations in India. He was visited frontier Air Force bases of the country for testing of critical aircraft systems. He also visited aircraft factories of USA, UK, Brazil, Russia, and Germany for observing critical technologies. He has received several awards for his contributions to DRDO, which include Award for Best Performance in 1997, National Science Trade Medal and Citation from Scientific Advisor to Defense Minister in 2002, DRDO Technology Group Award consecutively in 2004 and 2005. He has been conferred with Kannada Vignana Parishad Silver Jubilee Award in 2007 for his contribution towards popularizing science. The Vision Group on Science and Technology, Government of Karnataka has conferred the Best Science Communicator Award on him for the year 2010-11. Shri Sudhindra sir is well known to the readers of Kannada newspapers through his regular columns on science and technology. The Net Nota, a science column of his, is published in Vijay Karnataka since 2001. He is a contributor for the science columns of Kannada periodicals and Deccan Herald and The Week. He has authored books titled Internet Emba Mayajala, Belakindi, Makkaligagi Computer, Computer Ellinda Elliyavarege, Saddu Samshodhane Nadayuttide, which conferred Best Science Book by Karnataka Sahitya Academy, Bahyakashavemba Beraginangala and Beragina Belakindi. He has written more than 3,000 articles in Kannada on science and technology. He was a member of the Karnataka Science and Technology Academy for 2 terms. He is a member in the Board of Studies of prestigious institutions like Manipal University, Bangalore University, Gopte Institute of Technology, National College, and Home Science College. We are extremely happy for having such a distinguished speaker for today's program. Thank you for accepting our invitation, sir. Now it's over to sir.
Very good morning to each one of you. I'm really honored to be amongst the principal, the heads of the department, faculty members, and my beloved students of Saptagiri College of Engineering. I'll try to share the screen now. Is the screen visible?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Visible, sir. Visible, sir. Yeah. Visible, sir.
1 minute. I'll just go to the first. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So very good morning to each one of you and welcome to the student induction program phase 2. And the students are all very excited. I do understand the trauma the students are undergoing. They're in second year and they're not able to have the advantage of meeting people in person. And this is a real testing time in this COVID-19 and which has brought in new normal lifestyle for all of us. Probably some more time we need to be under this non-contact programs. And I congratulate all the students who have come to the second semester in the Bachelor of Engineering program at Saptagiri College of Engineering, which is a very prestigious institution. And you have got a long way ahead, and another 3 years you are all going to get graduated, and you will be contributing for the industry and also research institutions. And it's very happy occasion for me to be amongst you. And I felt my average age has come down drastically, maybe less than half of or one third of my age. And it's always good to be amongst the young students like you who are very brilliant, very interested, and who have got lots of energy. So I just first thing, you all have chosen engineering as your subject of study. Second thing, you have chosen a very good engineering college which has got good infrastructure and a very notable academicians who are teaching you engineering, and so you are all being lucky. And ahead of your graduation, you will have a lot of challenges, and you will have limitless opportunities to work in this country. I just wanted to give a glimpse of what are the opportunities, what are the challenges, and how do you cope up with those challenges, and how you can contribute, how we can be successful with my background and experience of having worked in R&D institutions, in the industry, and also in the academic institutions. See, you have completed or you have just completed a big leap. You completed 10 plus 2 years of studies, and you're getting into a big milestone. You have got a lot of dreams, and you have got lots of energy. And you have just transferred from the school children into the aspiring young adults. Now you're no longer spoon fed. Your parents have left you free, and your professors are also guiding you to acquire knowledge, and you need to face the task, and you need to build your career, and you need to plan for your future. So this is a very big leap, and you are in this transition stage. It's just like a swimming pool is ahead of you, and you are on the springboard. So you have to jump and swim and come out and get all good laurels. So you all have chosen engineering, and most of you and many of you would know what is engineering. So engineers apply the principles of science and mathematics to develop economical solutions to technical problems. That is one kind of definition. See, you all very well know that science and mathematics are very important, and science and mathematics will offer a solution. It is not just a solution to a problem, it should be economical solution. See, if something is not economically viable, people will not just take or they will not buy a gadget if it is not economically viable, and they will not buy any engineering product if it is economically viable. So for any technical problem, you are the one who is going to provide solutions, and you need to apply your science and mathematics understanding, and whatever the solution you provide should be economical, and it should be affordable. So your engineer's work is the link between scientific discoveries and the commercial applications that meet societal and consumer needs. You all know scientists who are sitting in the laboratories, they discover many things. It could be a medicine for the COVID-19, or it could be something which can produce oxygen in situ, or it could be anything. So scientific discoveries do happen in the laboratories, but do they meet the consumer needs? Engineers need to find ways and means of how to commercially apply those principles, and how to realize a product. And why engineering? You could have chosen any other branch of study, but as an engineer, I always feel engineering is a pride profession. Engineers are in great demand. You would see wherever, whichever industry you come across, people look for employing engineers. With the opening up of economy and followed with huge investment, there are plenty of opportunities. Right now, there is a lull in the economy. The whole world is undergoing a transformation, but take it from me, another 1 or 2 years when all of us, the whole world, when opportunities and plenty of opportunities, especially the ones who are just studying engineering, because by the time you complete your engineering program, you will all be in great demand. And engineers earn good money. Yes, see, whatever we say, though we say money is not everything, but all of us need a good amount of money to have a decent living. So engineers do earn good money compared to other professionals. Salaries of engineers are quite attractive, and you all know. And it is also one driving factor why you chose engineering. And engineers work in interesting projects. I told you know, the production of oxygen, or even production of the medicine that is discovered, or even supply chain management, or it could be even easy transportation, or easy storage means, and many interesting things are there. And you produce power, you transmit power, you use power to get all your work done. So engineering is very interesting, and engineers is ingenuity and requires people with creative ideas. See, the word engineering is originated from the word ingenuity. That means you need to have intelligence, and you require creative ideas, and engineers get to travel. You all know, in another next 10 years or next 20 years, the youngest population is available only in India, and Indian engineers will be in great demand, and you get to travel, and you will be able to see the world, and you will have wonderful opportunities to work in different fields, different geographical locations, and different set of culture. And conventional engineering career, there are non-circuit branches and there are circuit branches. Non-circuit branches are the mechanical engineering, civil engineering, whereas circuit branches are electrical engineering, electronics engineering, and partly even computer science engineering. These are all the conventional engineering courses which people do, and engineers can work in many fields. You can see, you can build computers, you can build bridges, you can offer cryogenic solutions, you can build vehicles. It could be even electric vehicles, and you can even uh, use light materials for artificial limb, and good mobile systems, and good communication systems, and all, even cosmetics. You name anything, and for every behind every successful product there is an engineer who has made and produced it. And you all know that space travel, aircraft travel, these are all have become not a fancy one, and people get to travel. People even go to space in the coming days more frequently. And to travel to all such places, you need light structures. The structures which should be working for a long duration, and it should be easily manufacturable, and you should be made out of easily available material. So these are all the challenges. See, when you are in 12th or you were in 10th, your parents were demanding a lot of things from you. You should be very punctual. You should be participating in sports. You should participate in the cultural activities. You should score good marks in mathematics, science, and you should be good to your neighbors. You should be good to your relatives. You should be good to your friends, everything. No, so the best of everything your parents were looking at you. Similarly, in engineering industry too, the best of everything is expected from product, and the best of everything is expected from material, and best of everything is expected from an engineer. And what you learn when you do your engineering studies, engineering education will exercise your brain. Basically, all of us are blessed with the wonderful organ called the brain, and all of us have got billion neurons so intricately, so nicely packed inside our head, and and each of us can think, each one of us can understand things, and each one of us can apply our mind. So the brain is available to all of us, same 1 billion neurons and same number of connections. But only when we don't exercise, it becomes idle. So like even our vehicle, if it is kept for long duration, So it will get rusted and it will not start. Even the batteries would not operate. So your brain need to be activated, continuously challenged, and you should activate each neuron of yours. So engineering education will exercise your brain and it develops your ability to think logically and solve problems. See, the problems are going to be very plenty, and each day we are encountering a lot of problems. But to offer a solution logically, see, it is not just if I have some pain in my leg, I can't cut my leg. So I need to logically think where the pain has originated and which are all the bombs that are available, which are all the tablets that are available, and what is the cause for that pain, and how do I relieve the pain and without affecting the normal functioning. So, and whenever you choose any subject of study, be it engineering or otherwise, you will always have some dreams. You always want to achieve something. So, you, as an engineer, what you want to be means you should always feel that you want to be a CEO or CTO of an industry, or you should be a promoter of an engineering college, or you should be a principal of an engineering college, or you should be a recognized professor in a world-class research institution. So you should always have a dream, or you can even become a director in the government department. I told you as a professor in a prestigious university, and you could be a project manager on assignment. Keep traveling wherever you feel like. And which are the places you can work as an engineer in the government? You have a lot of R&D labs. You have DRDO laboratories. You have ISRO laboratories. You have CSIR laboratories. Many research institutions that are available where you got plenty of opportunities to work. And you can choose administration. You can choose the Indian Engineering Service. You could choose Indian Administrative Service, or even Karnataka Administrative Service, or many administrative services. And you can also choose service industry of the government. There are plenty of such opportunities available, and you can choose to join an industry. You could choose the production department, or if you are very keen on doing some creative work, you can choose the design. Or if you are very, very conscious of the quality, the benchmark, and other things, you can choose quality department. And if you're good in the art of selling, you can choose even marketing. So industry offers many more opportunities in different departments. And you can choose to be a consultant. You can choose to consult to companies, and choice is limited to your imagination and your capability. And the noble profession like teaching you can always choose. So you will have different places to work with. And the types of work, as I was telling you, the consulting is one where you have a specific expertise, and people will look at you, and you can offer solutions to different industries. You can work in designing a gadget, designing a product, designing a machine, and designing a new way of manufacturing. And you can work for development. Somebody designs and you need to develop before it gets transformed into a product. You can choose teaching. You can the manufacturing is the field where right from raw material to the intermediate stages of the product, or it could be a spare part, it could be a system, it could be final product. And you can work on testing, whether it's in the mechanic product, or it could be even testing of software. So everything needs to be verified and validated. So test the people who can post test cases, who can find out the test laboratories, who can test the product and certify that this can work for 5,000 hours, or this can work under this kind of vibration, or in this temperature, or even in this environment, a product can work, or this software is so robust which can work in all the environments. And you can do modeling, and you can do planning, you can work on research, sales, you can make prototypes. And now additive manufacturing or 3D printing is there, where you can do a lot of prototypes, and you can do test the product beforehand. And you can work on maintenance, and you can work on analysis. So the types of work is plenty. I just choose mechanical engineering because my domain is mechanical engineering. and work on machines that produce power, work on machines that use energy, design tools for other engineers. So there will be plenty of things, and the world would not be like this if there were no mechanical engineers. And similarly, computer engineering work on computer hardware like chips, circuit boards, and keyboards, work on software that make computer useful. And you all know that now handheld gadgets are there. The 5G level of communication is available. So even sky is not the limit for your imagination. Similarly, you will have plenty of opportunities to work in civil engineering, chemical engineering, biotechnology, electrical engineering, electronics engineering, and you name the branch of engineering, you have a lot of opportunities to work. As I was mentioning you earlier, you need to challenge your brain, you need to exercise your brain, and you should provide logical solutions, and which should be economical and it should be viable. And there is a, whenever you choose any branch of study, you need to understand what you are, and you should be aware what is around you, your environment. You should choose the right decision, and you should, and with that, you will be open up in the world of work, and you will always be successful. And uh, not just the things that I mentioned earlier. You are in the 21st century, and a lot of challenges are there in 21st century, and like engineering engineers like you are required to offer solutions. For example, energy conservation is the one which is going to be very, very challenging. We know how the petrol products are dwindling, and the people are looking for alternate sources of energy. It could be electric propulsion, it could be electric car, and so many things. And you are challenged with producing batteries which can work longer. See, as youngsters, you all have found that your mobile phones, the batteries would not last more than a day, and you continuously keep charging. Imagine you get a battery for your mobile phone where which you don't need to charge for 1 month. So it's very, very useful, and despite the same kind of use, that means you need to develop the components within the mobile phone which uses very less energy. At the same time, your battery should be so robust that it can continuously provide energy for a longer duration. And the resource protection, see, whatever that natural resources we have, be it air, water, or it could be anything that is available, you need to protect that resource. It could be natural resource like the forest, the greenery, and other things. And food and water production and distribution is going to be very, very challenging. The population is increasing, and people have been using the water for food production, and we are also been eating a lot of food. So production of water and food and its distribution is going to be a major challenge. And the waste management, most of you who are in Bangalore have been experiencing. The BBMP has got a greater challenge in segregating the wet waste, dry waste, and managing the huge amount of waste. So there is going to be challenging tasks that are available. How do you use the waste to produce power, or how do you dispose the waste without affecting the environment? And medicine and prolonging life, medicines, you all now been undergoing the great stress of COVID-19, and each day people are looking for some new kind of medicine, some new kind of relief for getting out of COVID-19. And also each one wants to prolong our life, we need to have a quality life for a longer duration. And security and counterterrorism is another great challenge, and each and every day we find a lot of terrorist activities. It could be cyber terrorism or it could be physical terrorism. So people are looking for safe and secure things, and we need to protect ourselves. We need to protect our country too. And even in that, a lot of working opportunities are available. And genetics and cloning, again, this is for prolonging life. This is for getting away from diseases like cancer, Alzheimer's, and many Huntington, and many more things. And weather prediction and control is another great challenging one. Though we are good at satellite imagery, and we know how and when these cyclones will happen, and we can predict how much rain is going to fall in the coming days, and how best we can use and how we can control the flood and all those things. But a lot of gray areas still available. We are still not able to exactly predict when the next rain falls and how much rain would be there, and where exactly we get the rain droplets start. And space exploration, now India has got a lot of plans, including Gaganyaan. We want to land on moon with astronomers, and there are a lot of new ideas, and things are all there. So you will have a lot of challenges in the 21st century. And though you chose a very traditional circuit branch and non-circuit branch, and people are required to move from traditional roles to the new engineering, and maybe in post-graduation studies. And there is a lot of demand for geotechnical engineering, that is soil mechanics, what we used to call earlier. And that includes petroleum engineering, geological engineering, marine engineering, mining engineering, and geomatics engineering for some of those things. And environmental engineering is another field of study. Chemical engineering, paper engineering, sustainability design engineering, even agricultural engineering is in great demand. And no longer your engineering field disciplines are confined to one branch, and it's going to be multidisciplinary in future. Even while you are working in the industry, you are required to work in different disciplines together. Electromechanical engineering, for example, microelectronic engineering, robotics is the one where it integrates computer science, mechanical engineering, mechanisms, and electronics, and similarly with the mechatronics and even nanotechnology. So all these non-traditional engineering subjects are there, where I will have plenty of opportunities to work with. And even biological, biotechnological things, biomechanical engineering, biomedical engineering are all the new subjects with which people are working. At the same time, when you look at the career pages in the newspapers, you will find a lot of demand for retail, gaming. So gaming is no longer for fun, and gaming is very challenging things which involves a lot of people who have played chess would know. And cloud is another place where you will store a lot of data in the cloud, and you extract the data from the uh, cloud. And the big data is the one which you, if I'm speaking about this subject tomorrow, I get something related to the subject either on my Facebook or my Twitter account, or even in my email, and that means somebody is continuously, constantly analyzing the data that's around, and wherever you move, which are your interests, which are all the fields of study you are looking into. A lot of things are there, big data and analytics, and business analytics is the one, because everybody wants to grab a major chunk of the business. And e-commerce is the one. And presently in the COVID-19 situation, e-commerce has picked up a lot. And digital marketing, people do the marketing through digital media, which you continuously receive all the uh, advertisements. And artificial intelligence is one thing which is going to change the way we are working today, the way we are thinking today, and machine learning is another topic. So a lot of new fields of study, despite your basic study of electronics engineering or mechanical engineering or civil engineering or electrical engineering or computer science or information technology, you are bound to work in all these niche fields of study where the opportunities are plenty. You can't just sit idle that you're a mechanical engineer and you're going to work with machines, and you have no relation with artificial intelligence or machine learning, but you're expected to learn. And as youngsters, you people will have plenty of opportunities. There are plenty of courses that are available online due to COVID, when you're not spending much time on traveling to the college, you can always utilize looking at the courses that are available. Many of the courses are available freely, offered by prestigious international university. So you try to do courses in any of these things, or the things which are interested, which generates interest in you. It could be additive manufacturing, it could be 3D print. So it could be anything. So you can keep on updating your knowledge, and also to be current. Anytime the subject of currency, it could be blockchain, it could be cryptocurrency, it could be anything. So you should be able to catch up with all the latest thing. So as I was telling you, there is a great demand for the clean energy and new renewables, and even the nuclear energy. There is going to be great demand for the energy. So people who are working this have a lot of opportunities. Since I've worked in the DRDO, DRDO is a premier organization, and these days you are hearing about DRDO a lot. So in DRDO, you do a lot of research in many fields of engineering and even non-engineering subjects. So we have about 53 laboratories spread all over the country, and everything under the sun we do research. And it could be snow and avalanche studies, it could be high speed vehicles, it could be big terrestrial vehicles, or it could be battle tanks, it could be aeroplanes, it could be missiles, it could be materials required for the aero engine or aircraft, or it could be combating the chemical warfare, combating the nuclear warfare, or it could be combating biological warfare. So we do a lot of things, and even it could be electronics, instrumentation, radars, you name a subject, DRDO has got a laboratory. And we work in unison with the Council for Science and Scientific and Industrial Research, and Department of Biotechnology, Department of Atomic Energy, Departments of Science and Technology, Department of Space, Department of Ocean Development of Sciences. So it is an integrated one. I'll just give a glimpse of the laboratories that are available for people to work with. DRDO, as I was telling you, so enhance the self-reliance of defense system and undertakes design and development of world-class weapon system. It is not just the weapon system. In the recent days, you would have seen there is medicine that is being which is undergoing clinical trials for the COVID-19. It is called 2DG. It is kind of a glucose that is developed by DRDO. And just a week back, you would have read in the media that in situ oxygen generation system that was initially developed for our combat aircraft and also for the soldiers who are working in Siachen. The same thing is available for the production of oxygen in the hospitals, and already Delhi hospitals have such kind of system, and soon in Karnataka too we'll get that. So the areas of military technology include aeronautics, armaments, combat vehicles, electronics, instrumentation, missiles, materials, naval system, advanced computing, simulation, and life sciences. So there is a laboratory Center for Artificial Intelligence and Robotics in Bangalore. So we do a lot of research, and the spin-offs are things. And one important thing, there is a laboratory in Mysore called Defense Food Research Laboratory, which developed instant foods, that is dip and serve kind of foods, your sibelabat or your upma or your poha or those things, initially developed for the soldiers who are working in Siachen. Now the technology is transferred to MTR Industries, and it's available for the common people too. So the range of research is right from food to snow and avalanche studies. So in the aeronautics, we have a lot of laboratories in Bangalore, even in Agra, and many more places. And you would have seen all the combat aircrafts and helicopters, which is contributed by the DRDO. And it will also come for the come handy during the rescue operations too. And armaments, there are laboratories in Pune, Delhi, and even Balasore, the place where all the missiles are tested and launched. And there is a lab in Chandigarh where high-speed rail vehicles are being tested. And combat vehicles, I told you, the battle tanks are being made, heavy vehicles are made. And as I was mentioning, snow and avalanche studies are also being done. And in terms of electronics and computer science, there are a lot of laboratories which work on the instrumentation required for the aircraft, avionic equipments, artificial intelligence, and robotics. And even life sciences, there are many laboratories. And the Defense Bioengineering and Electromedical Laboratory, which has built calipers for the handicapped people with light material. And the same DEBEL has made in situ oxygen generation system on board oxygen generation OGS. And DFRL, I told you, which made instant food. And INMAS, Institute of Nuclear Medicine and Allied Sciences, which is developing 2DG, that is the glucose for the combating COVID-19 virus. And DRDO Gwalior is the one which is involved in preventing the chemical and biological warfare. And material-wise, there are many laboratories in Kanpur, Hyderabad, and Jodhpur, and missile laboratories are there around Hyderabad and Balasore. And naval requirements are met with the laboratories over here. And even in physics and microwave tube, we have specific laboratories. And so people would be very much interested how to get into DRDO. So DRDO conducts annually the scientist entry test, or people can also write the GATE, and people with the top GATE scores are all directly called for interview. And there is an annual recruitment, and DRDO is a growing organization, and a lot of recruitment to happen every year. And similarly, ISRO too has got many laboratories, and you would have seen a lot of successful projects from ISRO. ISRO has got many laboratories, and even getting into ISRO, similar ways and means are available. There is a written test every year, and people can write and can get into that. And there are specific institutes available at ISRO, and people can join those institutes and can get into ISRO through that too. There is an institute in Dehradun, there is an institute in Trivandrum. Similarly, DRDO too has a university in Pune called Day-8 Pune. This is the Ansar trainer aircraft made by NAL, and the CSIR laboratory too recruits a lot of people. And I'm just focusing on people who have got research bent of mind, people who want to do design and development. So CSIR has got 39 laboratories spread all over India, and a lot of scientific disciplines. There is a research that is there. This is a Saras aircraft made by NAL. So whichever the path you choose, whether you want to be a research or you want to be a scientist, or you could be a production executive, or you want to be a management guru, you could do whatever you want that pleases you. But first and foremost thing is you need to find your path, what you're good at it, whether you're good in order selling, or you're good in quality metrics, or whether you're good in mathematics and basic science, or whether you're good at doing or realizing product quickly, or you're good in providing service, you're good in providing maintenance, or you're good in supply chain management. So you should identify what is your strength, what you can do. And there is always a scope for improvement. And if you're not good in, if you're good in marketing, but you do not have the right required communication skill, there is you can always improve your skill. So you need to find your path and choose the path that fits your goal. So you need to choose your goal too, what you want to be. As I mentioned to you in the beginning of my slides, you want to be a researcher, you want to be a professor, you want to be a marketing manager, you want to be a CTO, you want to be a CEO, you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to establish your own industry. So you can always choose, and you can always weigh the pros and cons, which is the right, which is the wrong decision. You can always consult your seniors, your parents, your peers, your professors. So you can always fix a goal and choose the right path. And you should chase your dreams. Abdul Kalam used to tell people that everyone should have a very big dream, and the dream should not let you sleep. So that is the kind of motivation he was telling. And always when you choose a path, when you fix a goal, and it is your own goal, and it's your own path, that option will always satisfy you. See, after some time, money is not everything. So you would not get satisfied with the CTC, whatever that you get. But the path you have chosen, and the if you are able, if you are successful in that goal, and you are able to achieve the goal, and it will satisfy you long, because the engineering study is only 4 years, but after that, for about 40 years, you'd be working. So that 40 years of your service, no, you should be always satisfied. And there is no secret of success. And everyone can be successful. Each one of you can be successful. First and foremost thing is you should be sure what you want. Like you chose to be an engineer, rightly or wrongly, you chose a branch of engineering. But now there should not be any regret. You have chosen civil engineering, you be a civil engineer. You chose electronics, you be an electronics engineer. You chose mechanical engineering, you become a mechanical engineer. So in that, you should be sure what you want. As I was telling you, you want to be a researcher, you want to be a teaching professional, you want to be a marketing professional, or you want to be a production person, you should be a quality person. So you be sure what you want and develop a long-term vision. So if you choose to be a researcher, you want to be a recognized scientist in the country after 10 years, 20 years, or you want to choose a teaching profession, you want to be a professor where people would be after you, the institution should be after you, you will need to have a good number of journal publications. Or you want to be a entrepreneur, you want to be top 500 companies in India, you should be you should get listed, or you should be awarded with the young entrepreneur award, or you want to employ a large number of people, or you want to do some societal service. So you should have a long term, and also you should have a short term plan. So you plan something, but some eventuality like this COVID-19 can topsy-turvy all your so you need to choose another one, or you need to revise your plan, or you need to postpone your plan, or you need to accelerate your plan. So you should have a short-term plan too. So you periodically review it, say maybe every 2 years, every 3 years, every 4 years, you need to review and see, and do a SWOT analysis. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What are the opportunities that are available? And what are the threats? And you need to address all those things. And you need to enhance your communication skills. Whatever the work you do, the hard work, you use your intelligence, unless and until you are able to convince somebody else, or unless and unless you convey whatever that you know, or unless you are able to market yourself, people will not be able to appreciate you, or people will not get to know what your work. So you need to enhance your communication skills, right from your English to your local language. So it's good to know even some foreign languages as well. So this is the time where you can learn lot many things, and this is the age where you can learn multiple languages. So have a respect for each language, and continuously learn something new and enhance your communication skills. Your body language need to be improved. Your diction need to be improved. Your choice of words, vocabulary need to be improved, and you need to practice yourself, and like no one else can overtake you. That should be your goal. And improve your technical skills too. See, the skills can always change, and there is a requirement to learn and unlearn. So the whatever that I learned from 20, 30 years ago may not be useful now. I need to unlearn that and I need to learn something new. So you continuously update and improve your skills, and you need to you should be ready to take a risk. Higher the risk, higher the return. So you choose something, and you also am not telling you to gamble, but you should be able to take a risk. And finally, you need to have fun. So whatever that work you do, unless it is an enjoyment, unless you enjoy your work, it will be very, very boring, and you will not be able to enjoy. So even the talk, what you listen today, or the talk, what I deliver, unless I enjoy it, unless I have fun, I'll not be able to do another work or other job. So that is the secret of success. And I'm sure each one of you will be successful. After 3 years, I should be able to meet all of you and identify, and I should be able to identify you're all the alumnus of Saptagiri College of Engineering, and you're all successful. I wish you all the best, and I expect each one of you will be successful and contributing person for the development of this country. I wish you all the best, and thank you for your patient hearing. And I thank the management of Saptagiri College of Engineering, the principal, the faculty members, and all the staff members of Saptagiri College of Engineering for having given me an opportunity to speak to you. And if you have any questions, I'll be ready to answer you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Is there any queries? Yes, students? You have any questions, students? Okay, sir. On behalf of management, staff, and students of Saptagiri College of Engineering, I would like to thank Sudhindra Haldurderi, sir, for an excellent presentation, where sir has given a useful message about 21st century challenges, many opportunities, detailed information about DRDO and ISRO, what has to be done for success, which definitely help our students to look into. Thank you so much, sir.
Principal sir bandidare.
Now I request our beloved principal, Dr. H. Ramakrishna, sir, to speak a few words about SIP Phase 2.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much. A very happy morning to everybody. I'm very much thankful to Professor Sudhindra Haldurderi, scientist of DRDO, for delivering a wonderful talk on opportunities and challenges for young engineers. So thank you very much, sir. You had given a lot of input to our students' young minds, and hope they will going to adopt and inculcate in their life. Also, I am very much thankful. In this occasion, I would like to say to my dear students that hope they have got enlightened with this induction program, and the activities will be continuous. This is not the end of it. The activities in the institution will be continuous, and you need to update, participate and update your knowledge and your skill set, so that tomorrow at the end of your course, you will have a lot of certificates in your hand, you will have a lot of knowledge in your mind, and with that you can become an entrepreneur. You can become an entrepreneur, or you can join a very good company. So this is a small part of it, and we are happy that as per the norms of Vishwesvaraya Technological University and All India Council for Technical Education, we have finished this 12 days induction program. In this occasion, I would like to thank all the heads of the departments and their staff who have supported for this program, and especially the humanities department, Dr. Jagdish Gowda, Dr. B.S. Krishna, and Dr. Markandeya, and his complete team organizing this program in a wonderful way, and hope the students have benefited a lot with this 12 days program. And once again, I would like to thank the core organizers who have taken a lot of effort in organizing this program. And in this occasion, I would like to thank my management, my honorable chairman and executive director for offering a wonderful opportunity for us to organize such programs. Thank you. Thank you, one and all. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam.
Obviously, it goes without saying that great efforts went in organizing this program, especially in an online mode, which requires careful inspection of every detail, as even the slightest carelessness can spoil the entire efforts. It is my privilege to propose vote of thanks and acknowledge the contribution of those who worked hard to make this induction program a successful one. I thank the management and Principal Dr. H. Ramakrishna sir for their loving encouragement and cooperation in organizing this program. I would like to thank HODs of Physics and Chemistry Department, Dr. Jagdish Gowda sir and Dr. Krishna sir for planning and conducting this program. A special thanks to Krishna Gowda sir, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, for handling the technical side very effectively. Thanks to Gnanendra sir for coordinating with him. Thanks to all the faculty members for their active involvement. Thanks to all distinguished speakers from first day to till date for an excellent presentation and making this induction program a very meaningful and interesting. I would like to thank Dr. Ravi sir for the licensed version of Zoom. Last but not the least, I would like to thank to our dear students for an active participation throughout this induction program. We hope you have come away with useful ideas and can utilize aspects of this program. Once again, thanks to all who are directly or indirectly helped to make this induction program a successful one. Thanks to all. Now I request Dr. Jagdish Gowda sir, HOD of Physics, can give a few information to students.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Professor Sudhindra sir. You spared your valuable times and given many inputs to our students. Thank you so much, sir. Dear students, I would like to share a few points with you. Firstly, I thank each one of you for your active participation in SIP Phase 2 program. And secondly, first semester few theory papers and external practical examination. As you know, it is postponed, and you know all this. VTU may conduct at any point of time during second semester. It will be in offline mode only. 15 days advance, VTU will give timetable, be ready for the examination. Regarding academic classes, as we all know, even semester, that means for you, second semester classes starts from 19th of this month. Classes will be in online mode only until further order issued by VTU and the college. Please don't miss any classes because we need to send attendance status to VTU on daily basis. Lastly, your class timetable and section-wise student list will be sent by this Saturday. Please be safe and attend the classes in online mode. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Krishna, sir.
Wind up.
Nodi Krishna sir.
Okay. Sir, shall we?
Okay, madam. Wonderful.
Thank you so much to one and all. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, I will end the meeting.
Sir, sir. Yes, sir.